Alexander Zverev went public with his health condition in 2022, telling fans that he had been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 3. He has since been vocal about the struggles of those suffering from the condition and uses his platform to advocate for better support. Shortly after his 2022 announcement, the German launched the Alexander Zverev Foundation to support people with diabetes. Speaking about the work during his on-court interview at the 2026 Australian Open, he said the scope has grown to cover not only athletes with diabetes, but also kids suffering from it. Zverev expressed hope of seeing a diabetic Grand Slam champion at some point, saying he would be the happiest person in the world if the thought were to materialize. The German is himself 2 matches away from achieving the feat. Having reached the semi-final of the Australian Open, he beat Lerner Tien in the last 8 encounter and will take on Carlos Alcaraz for a spot in the final. Grand Slams have not always been welcoming of Alexander Zverev's talk on diabetes. Back in 2023, he had a now infamous run-in with French Open organizers over on-court insulin injections. The German was asked not to administer the shot on-court. He took objection to organizers asking him to utilize one of his only 2 bathroom breaks to take the injection off-court. During his post-match press conference, he disapproved of the suggestion, saying, during the same presser, Zverev recounted even being disallowed to inject himself with insulin off-court in another match. At the same tournament, he said a supervisor who entered the room where he was administering the shot failed to understand his medical requirement despite repeated explanation. Amid backlash from groups like International Diabetes Federation and Breakthrough T1D, French Open organizers said an agreement had been reached wherein players would be allowed to administer insulin on court. Notably, Zverev has been spotted injecting himself on court at the tournament, since it is pertinent to mention that insulin is on the world anti-doping agency's WADA banned substances list. Zverev and other players needing it for medical purposes require a permanent therapeutic use exemption Tuesday from the body. For diabetic people, not managing the blood sugar can lead to dizziness, lethargy, going into hypoglycemic state, and in extreme cases, coma and death.